you know why I ask this question? Because if you don't understand emotion, you can never in your life understand what? Cream. Because cream is also emotion. It's a semi-solid what? Emotion. So if you don't understand the foundation for you to understand cream is what? Emotion. So that's why I started by asking you what is an emotion. So someone said that is a mixture of two liquids that are on the normal, they cannot mix, right? So, and she stopped at that level. And I asked, so what then changed? So why are they able to do what? Mix. So that's the question. He said what? By using what? An emulsifying what? Agent. Is it true? Is it true? Okay. Okay. Had it been you, I don't know, but you did BDP now in your second year, right? So what did you prepare in your second year practical? Huh? Okay, it's alright. Magazine, translate it. Okay. Okay. Now, cream is a solid what? Emotion. Are we together? It's a solid what? Emotion. Sorry, I mean semi-solid what? Emotion. It's a semi-solid what? Emotion. So just as she said, on the normal, something like oil and water cannot mix, right? On the normal, but with the use of what? If you add emulsifying agent, emulsifier, emulgent, as this may be, they're able to do what? Mix. Are we together? So we have liquid emotion. That one is normal emotion we will normally use internally most times. Okay, then some can be used externally, some like lineaments. You put that liniment in your embrocation on liniment in your second year, I think so. Yes, it's an external what? Emotion. And we don't have internal emotion. The one we use internally, liquid emotion, right? Yes. And an example of liniment is your nerve and bone. Who have seen nerve and bone before? Nerve and bone. Who has seen it before? Have you seen nerve and bone before? Yes, it's a preparation. Those that are into sports, or those that have maybe prostate injury, maybe sprain or strain, they now use it to do what? Apply. Not wound though, not an open wound, applied so as to do what? Be able to do what? Take care of what? The issue. Is that clear? So it's called nerve and bone. For them, nerve and bone, you should know where it's going to. Muscular what? Skeletal, right? Muscular what? Skeletal. Now, if you have, we are talking about the emotion we use internally now. You know what we mean by in pharmacy when a preparator is used internally. You know what it is, right? Through the oral route, right? Now, something like who has seen weight on before? Weight on. It's an emotion, right? It's an emotion. It's an emotion internally. Now it's a liquid emotion. Are we together? Now, to be able to bring the oil parts and the water part together, you have to make use of what? Emulsifying what? Agent in the what? Preparation. Of course, you know we have oil and water emulsion and water and oil what? Emulsion. Are we together? Now, when you now come up to cream now, the cream you know, the cream you use every day, whether as cosmetics or whether as what? Medicine. Of course, you know that cream can be used as medicine. It can also be used as what? Cosmetics, right? Yes. How many of you how many of you apply cream on your body this morning before coming out? Almost all of you. All right, all right. Now the same way now we have oil in water cream and water in what? Oil. Are we together? In fact, oil in water cream mean, of course, you know what it means now. That water is the what? Continuous what? Phase, right? Oil in water. Water is the what? Continuous phase. Or aqueous cream. That one, if you see it now, you know that it's not oily. It's not what? Oil. Are you aware that there's some cream that are oily? There are some that are not what? Oily. Are you aware? So that explains it all. Have you not seen why I said that it's built upon what? You are knowledge of what? Emotion. If you don't understand emotion, you have issues understanding what? Cream. Are we together? Are we together? Now, that's a word of what? Introduction. That's a word of what? Introduction. So, the big question is now, what is a cream? Or what are creams as the case may be? So we'll look at creams in general. Then we'll now narrow it down to pharmaceutical cream. Are we together? We look at cream in general. Cream is semi-solid what? Creams are white, semi-solid preparations that are designed primarily for external application to the skin. You came later and you're walking through this place majestically, like Her Royal Majesty. You couldn't take that way. I said that creams are white, semi-solid preparations designed primarily for external application to the skin and mucous membrane. I'm not dictating note, I hope you know. I'm not dictating note, I'm just explaining, I'm just saying something. Do you want handout? Wait, hello? Sorry. Wait, sorry. You see, am I in the wrong class? Am I in the wrong class? I was told that this is Fanaye pharmaceutical class. That's what I was told. Are you sure? No, even this is actually Fanaye. I expect that's how I expect you to act, behave. If you have anything to say, raise your hand and talk, not making noise. This is a typical characteristic or features of first year students. So if you have anything to say, you don't have to make noise, please. I beg you. All right. So I said that creams are white, semi-solid preparation that are designed. They're designed for external what? Primarily for external application to the skin and the mucous membrane. Actually, creams can be medicated, as I said before now, they can be what? Medicated or what? Non-medicated. They can be what? Medicated or what? Non-medicated. So, in fact, most cosmetic, not even most, cosmetic creams are normally non-what? Medicated. True of us. Even though some company may just want to, some company may go and add one or two antibacterial there. Have you noticed that? Some company may get, or they may claim that they added. I don't know. But basically, it's not meant for what? It doesn't contain active what? Ingredient. It's just there for cosmetic what? Use. Is that clear? So now, then we have the medicated one. That one are purely medicinal. They are purely pharmaceuticals. Am I communicating? So, I also said here that cream can be what? Oil in water or water in what? Oil. Right? The oil in water creams are known as the aqueous what? Cream. Aqueous. because the water is the continuous phase. Water is more, right? Light, right? So it will have watery consistency. Oil in water emulsion is aqueous. So it will have watery consistency. It will not be oily because the water is in more. The volume of water is more because everything is dispersed in water, which is the continuous phase. But in water and oil cream, everything inside it is inside the oil or fat. So it will have an oily If you touch it, even the feel, it will have the oily feel because of the oil is the continuous phase. Are we together? Now, so that's what I want you to know. Now there are also some creams that are even in as much as we have oil, water in oil, emulsion cream. There are some creams that are not even emulsion formulations. There are some that are not emulsion formulation. Those ones, they appear white. They are white solid, and they appear as oil-free aqueous system. So, but that one day. Then basically, let me now define pharmaceutical cream so you understand the difference between. When I define cream, generally, did I mention any active ingredients? So know the difference, okay? Pharmaceutical cream contains active ingredients. Very important point. Is that clear? Well, because it is now customized, not just cream, but pharmaceutical cream. So based on that now, let's look at pharmaceutical cream. What is pharmaceutical cream? A pharmaceutical cream is a semi-solid formulation. Pharmaceutical cream is a semi-solid formulation that contains one or more active medicinal agents. Pharmaceutical cream is a semi-solid formulation that contains one or more active medicinal agents, either dissolved or dispersed, within. I said, are you listening or are you copying? What are you doing? No, you should be listening. No, so you understand what I'm saying. If you understand it, you can put it anywhere you want to put it. Understand what I'm saying first. Are we together? Try to understand what I'm saying first. Okay? Because sometimes as you are copying, your ear will block to reasoning. You only be hearing what to copy, not hearing to do what? Understand. Are we together? Yes, please. Just try and understand what I'm saying, please. I said that if that pharmaceutical cream is a semi-solid formulation that contains one or more active medicinal agent or active ingredients. Are we together? Active medicinal agents, either dissolved or dispersed within a water in oil or oil in water emulsion base. Within, dissolved or dispersed within a water in oil or oil in water emulsion base. Are we together? Are we together? The basic point I want to know that in cream now, emulsion can serve as a base in cream. Understand that? Is that clear? Is that clear? Emulsion can serve as a base in what? Cream. Of course, when I say base in preparation, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about acid, base, and salt. You know what a base is, right? Good. So emulsion can serve as what? A base in what? In cream. So when you have active ingredient that is dissolved or dispersed in what? Either oil in water or water in oil emulsion base, a cream will what? Form. And the final consistency is what? Semi-solid. Is that clear? Semi-solid. It can contain one or more active what? Ingredient. It can contain one or more active what? Ingredients. So based on what I said now, let's look at classification. How are creams classified? So let's look at classification of creams. We are going to look at the major classification, then we'll take it off from there. The two major classification, in fact, any other type of cream I'll be calling can belong to either of these classes. Two classes. Any other cream I'm calling the two major ones. Even though we have water washable ones, but let's focus on these two. We have the two major ones I want us to look at are the aqueous cream, that is oil and water creams. Okay, aqueous cream, oil and water or oil and water cream. Then we have water in oil creams. Oil and water cream in bracket aqueous cream. Is that clear? Then water in oil in bracket oily what creams. So oily, is that clear? So these are the two major categories. So let's look at water and oil. Sorry, oil and water. Yeah. Oily. Exactly. Are you okay now? Yeah, good. So oil and water, from the name, you don't for name now, the emulsion base is oil and water emulsion. To true of us, that means the water is the what? Continuous what? Phase, right? Good. Now, this one, oil and water is from oil and water cream is formulated using synthetic waxes. Synthetic wax. Example of such synthetic wax are macro gold and cetomacrogol. Have you heard of did this term before? Yes. He said, wait, is it that you don't understand or you didn't hear what I said? Which one? Okay. All right, let me make you understand. I ask you a question here. See, each question, every question, if I ask you, any question I ask you, I have a reason for asking the question because it will link to something else. Do you understand what I mean by basis? You can remember when I asked the question, you said yes. So now I have mentioned those bases. Now you said it. You are sounding as if you are new to it. These are examples of such what basis. Am I communicating? Thank you. She said here. That's why I asked. Is it that you know here or you don't understand? She said understand. You said here. Now I'm confused. What is the issue? Okay, votes. All right. Now I said that oil and water cream, which is the aqueous cream, that they are formulation, right? Yeah. Using synthetic waxes. You know what synthetic is, right? You know what synthetic is? Good, God bless you. Not natural. And I did example. I say macro gold. So you know about polyethylene glycol. Mama mia. Macro grow. You did suppository in your first year, right? And you didn't hear about this. Huh? Okay, it won't explain, but you heard about it now. So you no longer need to eat macrogos or polyethylene. Another name is polyethylene glycol. Huh? There's something macrogos. Exactly. Now, I said that the wax is used now for preparation of what? Aqueous cream are synthetic wax, macrogauze, and the ceto-macrogauze. Ceto what? Macrogauze. These are examples of synthetic wax. Good morning. You use in what? Formulation of what? Synthetic what? Aqueous what? Creams or oil and water what? Cream. One thing with this type of cream is that they have rapid absorption and penetration. They have rapid what? Absorption and what? Penetration. So the drug, if you formulate a drug as aqueous cream, they have rapid what? Absorption and penetration through the skin. Is that clear? That's one thing with this aqueous what? The drug that is formulated as aqueous what? Cream or water in oil and water what? Cream. Now, characteristically, they are thin. They are what? Thin. So they are not like water in oil that is somehow thick. Is that clear? They are what? Characteristically what? Thin. They are thin and they are thin and they are white and smooth to the skin. If I'm saying this, try to recall the creams you have used, either as cosmetic cream or what? Medicinal cream. There are some that are very, very thin, right? Very smooth, right? Yes. Now, this is a very important feature of this what? Oil and water what? Oil and water cream. I said that they are characteristically what? Thin, white, and smooth in what? Texture. And smooth in what? Texture. Now, what about water in oil? Water in oil. Water in oil creams, they are formulated using natural emulsifier. Please note something, please. All those things are called are there as what? Emulsifier too. Is that clear? Is that clear? But what is it called? Water in oil. Their oil is what? Natural. They use more of what? Natural what? Yeah. Examples, things like beeswax. Beeswax. Then bees, just write normal bees, you know. Beeswax, bees, then wax. Beeswax, you have wool fats or even wool alcohols. Beeswax, wool fats, wool alcohol. You may see a question, you see option like this, they'll ask you this one, which of them is used for aqueous cream? And you start seeing macrogauze, set of macrogauze. If you're not following what you are doing now, you go and clip and tick what? This ones. Are we together? The exam has started already, I hope you know. So these ones now, now let me ask you a question now. From your experience so far, let me bring it home to what you do steady. From experience so far, which of them do you think can be used for dry skin? Oily cream, aqueous cream. Which of them do you think? Oil cream, right? Yes. Good. Oil cream are better used for what? Dry skin. Are we together? Because of their emollient properties. Emollient what? Properties. Emollient properties. Because of their emollient properties, they are used for what? They are suitable for what? Dry skin what? Conditions. Are we together? They are creamy. They are what? Creamy. They can be white or translucent. You know that normally, naturally, fats are what? Translucent. Remember you are secondary school biology, right? Can you remember? Fat and naturally what? Translucent. Drop a fat here. You understand what I'm talking about, right? I can even see your face. Three of us. Now, so these ones, they are what? They are what? They are creamy. They can be white or what? Translucent. Can be white or what? Translucent. Now, during preparation of cream, not just cream alone, even ointment itself, and some other semi-solid preparation. There are two terms I want us to. Have you come across the term trituration and levitation? Have you come across trituration and levitation? Share with me what is trituration and what is levitation. You say what?
One is wet and the white levitation is wet grinding.
What is wet grind? I don't know. Tell me what is wet grinding.
Grinding of dry substance, while levitation is mixing of semi-solid substance like paste.
Like what?
Paste.
Like paste.
Mixing of dry and liquid paste.
Okay, you're not far from it, Sha. You are distracted with this phone. What's going on? Huh? I thought you said you don't have the data. Now, the data you don't have is now the one distracting you. How come? All right, so with the use of trituration now, you can actually incorporate finely divided what? Powder. Finely divided insoluble powders. Are we together? Even a liquid can also be what? Are you aware that liquid can also be what? Incorporated in a base using what? Trituration. Are we together? You can. It can be what? If you, okay, you've not done okay, I think everything that has to do with semi-solid preparation should be your third year. I don't think most of your practical in your second year. I think they were mainly liquid preparations. Okay. Now, thank God you know what trituration is. So now I say that with trituration is the process of incorporating what? Finely divided what? Powders or even liquids into a base. So I'm adding something on top of the one you knew before this class. It's not limited to only what? It's not limited to only what? Dry powder alone. That's what I'm making. Is that clear? So through trituration method, you can. I'm not calling note here. Listen to me, please. Stop. No. Listen, just listen to me, please. Listen. If you are focused on copying note, you're frustrated in my class. Just listen and understand. If there's something I say you don't understand, ask me, then I will do what? I will explain it. Not come again. Maybe I said words, you write words. Before you turn outside that you become what? Frustrated. Just listen to understand. Are we together? Listen and understand what I'm saying. If truly you want to pick everything I'm saying from my mouth word to word, record it so that when you go home you do what? You play it and copy it word to word the way I'm saying it. Okay, if you want me to call note, I'll come here and call note and go. Is that what you want? So just listen, let me explain. I can call note too. I'm very good at that too. I'll call note for 2 hours. You copy note, I will just go home. That one is even easier, self. You don't know? It's easier now. But is that one lecture? It's not lecture. So just listen and understand what I'm saying. As I'm now teaching, if there's something you don't understand, you can now ask questions. I can now explain. That's why if you stop me, I can say one thing 5 different ways because I'm not calling note. And because you are copying, you become confused. Because it's not what I say now that I'll say again the same way, but I may convey the same message, but not exactly the way I said it. Please. I was trying to let you know. I asked you a question about titration before. You gave. She said what she said, which I said is not that. But I now made it clear to you that it's not just limited to only powders. Is that clear? It can be for finely divided powder, insoluble powders, or even liquids. Here now, you are incorporating what you are doing into a base now. In this preparation, all these ingredients, you are incorporating them in what? The base. You are prepared, the emulsion base, which can be water and oil or oil and water, depending on the cream you want to do what? Prepare. Is that clear? Now if you want to incorporate powder, have you heard of in the lab? Have you heard of the ointment tile? You did your BT 151, right? Yeah. When you did equipment used in the lab, right? Was that like tile mentioned to you that use tile for ointment preparation? Only one person is doing like this. Was she the only person that attended the class? Okay, but it was mentioned, right? Yeah. Ointment tile. But by the time we go to your practical now, you will now make use of it. Is that clear? How to use ointment tile to mix some certain ingredient before you now incorporate it into the main work we are doing. Is that clear? Now, the powder is placed on the ointment tile. Then the base you are using now is now added gradually using the doubling up technique. Have you heard of doubling up technique? Doubling up or geometrical dilution? Okay, the one you heard is what? Doubling up. Now you now use the what? Doubling up technique to mix it with the base. So now when you are working with, you don't just get the base and start pouring the powder. That's the point I'm making. Now in ointment tile now, you now get a powder and get the base. Using doubling up, you now start incorporating the base in the what? Powder using doubling up. So that at the end you have a consistent what? Mixture. Am I communicating? That's how you can incorporate using titration. That thing you are doing, you are titrating it. You are titrating the base and the what? The powder. Is that clear? No. Now that's how you can titrate using ingredients, incorporate ingredient that is powder. Now what if it is liquid? For liquid, what you do is that you get small quantity of the base. If you get a small quantity of the base, you place it. You create a well. You create as if you are digging a well, right? Inside you create it. Then you now slowly add the what? The liquid. I said you get what? Base. In the first one, you get a powder. Incorporate using doubling up method. You are now incorporating the base in the powder. But if it is liquid, you get the base itself. Create a well, then you now start adding the what? Slowly adding the what? The liquid. Is that clear? Then as you do that now, you mix carefully. Because that's how you mix it. It will entrap. What we call air entrapment may happen. And if it happens, it will mess up what you are doing. Is that clear? And not just only air entrapment, even splashing can take place. If you don't pour it, you know what splashing is now? And if splashing occurs, you know what it means, that you are losing your what? Ingredient. True of us? Yes. So you add slowly. What are they discussing? Okay, so now tell me, differentiate, talk to us how you can incorporate a fine powder and how you can incorporate liquid. Oh yeah, we are listening. Good morning. Talk to us. No idea. Have you seen it now? We are here discussing, trying to give me that phone. We are here discussing, trying to figure out that they're chatting. That place is not good for you. Oh yeah. It's not good for you. Their space is here. I know what I'm saying. You are there discussing, talking your own. We are here discussing our own. They are in another class, and we are here in our own class. Now, what I just said now, they can't even say exactly what I just said. They don't even know what we are talking about here. Come out, come here. Come out, please, come out. It's for your own good, though. Come out. So your school fees, you will not be a waste. Come and sit here. So if you are incorporating powder, right, what will happen? The base will be in the water, the powder in ointment tile, right? But if you are incorporating liquid, you now get make a well using the water, and you now incorporate the word liquid. I'm trying to incorporate practical this in what I'm doing, so that at the end, when you enter, what is it called, lab, it will not be that difficult. And there are some questions you will see that may have some practical undertone. So you'll be able to do what? Answer it. Is that clear? So you appreciate what we are talking about. Now, so this is what we mean by what? So it's not only dry powder that can be titrated. Is that clear? Is that clear? As far as this cream preparation is concerned, not only what? Dry powder. Fine divided powder or insoluble powder, even liquid can also be what? Titrated with the base. Is that clear? Good. Now, just as you said, levication is just another than just wet grinding. Wet what? Grinding. Is that clear? Wet what? Grinding, as the case may be. So here now, you get the coarse powder, coarse and insoluble powders can be, can be grinded into semi-solid or molten base. You know what molten is, right? Molten, if you say that something, basically, in sciences, chemistry, if you say that something is molten, let's assume you have a metal now. This metal, this screw now, you melt it, right? You melt it. You heat it to a very high temperature. It becomes liquid, and the liquid is not that it has high viscosity. Hope you know. Yes, that's a molten form of this what? Screw. Is that clear? The molten form. It's not a, if you put it in water, it not dissolve, right? It not dissolve. So if it can dissolve in water or any liquid, it will form a liquid, but it's not molten form. It's a solution. Is that clear? Because it has dissolved. Let's assume that if you get salt now, you can put salt in water and salt will dissolve to form a solution. The liquid form is a solution. But if you heat it to very high temperature and it melts and turns to liquid, that liquid is not a solution. It's the molten form. So if you hear molten form, you understand what I'm talking about. Is that clear? So in the point I'm trying to make, we use molten because of the consistency, not necessarily that you heat it and it will melt. Is that clear? Even though wax can melt if you heat it, right? But the point I'm trying to make is that if you now with wet grinding now with levication, everything you added in the base, we now form that mold, take the consistency of the base, right? Because remember that at the end of the whole thing, you made the base, everything will now become as if come together in that molten form, semi-solid form. Is that clear? But what you started with is solid. But at the end of the whole thing, because of the base you used that is waxy, at the end of the thing, at the end of everything, it will become the molten form or in semi-solid form, not pourable, not solid, in between. Is that clear? So now that's what how you can apply levitation. Is that clear? Is that clear? Now levitation can also be applied using normal ordinary water. True or false? Liquid. True or false? The one you do, that one they do, those that prepare beans, right? Moi. What type of grind is moi? Do you apply in moi? It's wet grinding, right? Yes. It's wet what? Grinding. True or false? But recently you can also grind beans dry, packaged as flour, right? That flour is dry grinding. But the one you want to use as in the hot, no. You do it is what? You add water, right? Wet what? Grinding. That is what? Levitation. Am I communicating?
Yes, sir.
Are we together?
Yes.
Now, see how she stayed because I seized her phone. Stay one place for once. Now let's look at we'll be talking about base. What did I say now? Tell us about litigation. You. No, not you. Tell us about stand up. Tell us about litigation. It's a well grounded, for the past 20 minutes I was there talking about soya. You can't tell me your own under 2 seconds. I will not accept that one. Oh yeah. Explain. With examples. Are we following what we've been discussing? Please, if you're not following, please call my attention. This is the main thing. If you understand it, it's there permanently. It's not going anywhere again. But your note can disappear tomorrow. True or false? You know your copying can. You may even lose your note today. True or false? What you carry is what is in your mind. What you understood from the lecture, and that is what contributes to a residual knowledge. And you can sit down and write that thing in your mind in different ways. The main thing is what we are discussing now, not calling notes or course material. Is what we are discussing now. Are we together? So please, if you don't understand anything, please don't keep quiet. I will explain. Even if only that one thing we understand today, I can go happily. I don't believe in coming to class and be talking at the end. My students are not following. Please, if you are not following, let me know so that I will explain. But what I will not tolerate is that I'm here discussing. Some people are there, and I don't know what are they even discussing. I don't understand it. It's wrong now. You are in a class. Huh? You had from 8 to 10 to discuss anything you wanted to discuss. 2 hours, maximize it to grab what you are saying. Please sit down, please. You see now, you could not explain it. You could not explain it. All right, so let's look at. Properties of ideal. Okay, let me put it this way. Ideal properties of a cream base. Ideal properties of a cream base. You came late. So what we are discussing now, look as if we are just speaking in Arabic shape. You're not following enough, I swear. Sorry about that. So I said that we look at ideal properties of a what? Cream base. So what it means is that for an ideal cream base, it should have these what? Properties. Is that clear? So that means if you want to choose a base for cream, look out for these what properties. It will give you what you're looking for. Are we together? It will give you a good what cream. Is that clear? So put these things into what consideration. That's the point you're making. So an ideal cream base should effectively release the active ingredients. It should effectively release the what active ingredients upon application or when applied. An ideal cream base should effectively release the active ingredients upon application. You know that everything is dissolved or dispersed in the base, right? So if the base holds the active ingredients so tightly, will the cream be effective? Will the cream be effective? It will not be effective. So the base should be able to allow the what? If you apply the cream, you should be able to allow the active ingredient to do what? To go. So they can go and do what? Exert their what? Effects. Is that clear? Maybe the base is so much in love with the active ingredient that he hold it tightly. The cream will not work for you. True of us? Yes. So understand that. Then the second one is that the base should be easily absorbed through the skin. Yes. It should be what? Easily what? Absorbed through the what? Skin. It should be easily absorbed through the what? Skin. And it should be miscible with natural skin. Yes. It should be miscible with natural skin secretions. It should be miscible with natural skin secretions. It should be miscible. You know that the skin secrete their own. So I have some secretions, right? So it should be miscible with it. It should be miscible with natural skin what? Secretion. Very important. Then another point is that it should be non-irritating and non-sensitizing. Non-irritating and non-what? Sensitizing. So it should not irritate the skin, and at the same time it should not cause sensitivity, leading to sensitivity on the skin. Is that clear? So it should not be mild to the what? To the skin. What are you doing? Your eye look like someone that did not get everything I said. You got it? Good. So it should not be what? Non-sensitizing and non-what? It should be what? Non-irritating and what? Non-sensitizing. It should be compatible. You know what that means, right? Yes. It should be compatible with a wide range of drugs. Yes, very important. You know, you to make it medicinal cream, right? Or pharmaceutical cream, you incorporate what? Active what? Ingredient, which is the drug, right? Hope you know the difference between drug and medicine. That one is just, it's a deduction. Tell me the difference, which one? That one is deduction. Tell me the difference between drug and medicine. Who can tell me that? Who can tell me the difference between drug and medicine? Oh yeah. Who can tell me the difference between drug and medicine? Who can tell me the difference between drug and medicine? Oh, who? Nobody. Are you serious? Are you for real? I ask again, no. Am I sure? Where's the HOD? Let me be sure where she is. Am I sure? Go ahead, let me ask you. Actually, am I sure I am in?
So you are sure? Yeah, you right.
So tell me, what is the difference between drug and medicine? You say what? Drug or what? Chemical substance that does. So any chemical substance that enter the body is a Oga, differentiate between drug and medicine. You say what? You say what? Don't know again. Yeah, okay.
How the body works, either harmful or not harmful. That's for drugs. Why for medication? Preparation that prepared, meaning to work for the body. So that makes difference.
Okay, he said that a drug is any substance that when it enter the body can modify, right? Can modify physiological whatever in the body, either harmful or useful. But medicine is what? It's a preparation that does what? For the body. Okay. Pharmaceutically, let's forget clinically now. Pharmaceutically, differentiate between drug and medicine. Wait, you say what?
Drugs are the active ingredients. Then medicines are the dosage forms, like tablets, injections.
Good, I like that. Yes, I like that. She has told us what she had defeated between drug and medicine pharmaceutically, not just clinically now. If you clinically you start talking about entering the body, changing, modifying and not modifying, but pharmaceutically now, medicine is equal to active pharmaceutical ingredients plus excipients. Pharmaceutically, medicine is equal to active pharmaceutical ingredient plus what? Excipient. Are we together? You can call it medicine, you can call it drug products. You can also call it dosage form. API, you can call it API or what? Drugs. Excipient, you can call it non-active what? Non-active what? Ingredients. So when you combine active ingredient and non-active ingredients, you form what? Medicine, drug products or dosage what? Form. So I just mentioned a drug here, so I just decided to be sure that you understand what we are talking about. So I said that the drug, that the ideal cream base should be compatible with a wide range of drugs. So what it means is that that before you use a base, make sure that it don't have issues with a wide range of drugs, that it can accept a wide range of what? Drugs without having issues. Is that clear? Yes, because that means you can use it to formulate a lot of, as many drugs you want to do what? Formulate. Is that clear? Without having issues. So you know that if you have a base has limited amount of drug it can permit or allow, that means the cost of that medicine will be very high. I hope you know. Because in fact let's assume now you want to prepare drug drug A using a particular base. You will want to incorporate it in a particular base, maybe base C, and this base can only permits only 2 active ingredients, right? Now, you see that you'll be forced to start looking for other bases, right, that you need. Now, it will make the cost of formulation to be very high, to true of us. But if you have the one that can accept as many as, once you have it, you can use it to do what? Produce more and more what? Formulations. Am I communicating? Because in search of the one that will accept the what you want to formulate, you may go into the one that is very expensive. What do you now do? So at the end of the whole thing, it will lead to the high cost of what? Medicine. Am I communicating? You know, there are a lot of factors that can lead to high costs. Apart from the machineries and the personnel, even the excipient is also an issue. True of us, yes. That's why today you will see two paracetamol. One will be very, very cheap. One will be very expensive. Apart from the money advert and other things, so even ingredient excipient alone can be very what? Expensive. There are some companies that use super disintegrants. Very, very expensive. There are those that just use normal disintegrants. Those companies that use super disintegrants, once you drop their tablet in the water, within seconds they just do what? Disintegrates. But there are some that will be there and be looking at you for like 15 minutes. They will not shift. Okay, let me not talk too much on that. So I just use it to explain something. So whatever you are using should have what? Should be compatible with wide range of what? Drugs. Now, the cream base should also be able to maintain a suitable pH. The skin base, what's going on? The skin base should be able to do what? Should maintain a suitable pH for skin application. It should maintain a suitable pH for skin application. It should maintain a suitable pH for skin application. Suitable pH. Yes, it should maintain a suitable what? pH. Another point I want to make is that the cream base should ensure the stability of the active ingredients. This cream base should ensure the stability of the what? Active what? Ingredient within the base. It should ensure the stability of the active ingredient within the base. Sure, you know, it's not alone allowing it to stay, but can it be sure that it can remain stable for during the shelf life? That's also another issue. Because say you know that some incompatibilities may not happen immediately. Some may happen over time. So is the base, does the base have what it takes to keep the active ingredient stable? Even with changes in the environment, can it still protect the active ingredient and allow it to remain stable? Because a change in the environment may trigger something, even in the base, that may trigger issues with the what? Active what? Ingredient. So these are things to consider too. Of course, they carry out all these tests before they conclude that this one is the best for this what? Formulation. Are we together? Don't worry, by the time we go into suppository, because we'll treat suppository in detail. I think it should be one of the topics we'll discuss. You now understand what base, the effect base can have on active what? Ingredients. Is that clear? Good. Now let's look at the precautions you need to take while preparing cream. Hygienic precautions in cream preparation. Let's look at hygienic precautions in cream preparation. Hygienic precautions in cream preparation. Can someone tell me why you need hygienic precautions in cream preparation? This lady is good. What's her name? What's her name? Good. To do what? Because it take to leave it has reasonable amount of what? Liquid, moisture content, right? And remember, anywhere there is moisture, microorganisms thrive more there. True or false? That's why in most liquid preparation they will add preservative, right? Yes. Except for a temporarily prepared one that we use within 1 week or 2 weeks. Apart from that, so far it will stay for like a year, 2-3 years, they will add what? If not, you are created, in fact you have cultured microorganism. Not even created, you have cultured microorganism within 1 month self. They will swim in there. Is that clear? So that's why you need to, even though yes, it is not a sterile preparation. It may not be sterile, but you need to be what? Maintain some level of what? Aseptic what? Techniques. You need to apply some level of what? Aseptic. Not, it may not be totally aseptic, but at least you should be cautious about hygiene, so that at the end you will not end up preparing microbial culture for people to take, instead of what to help them to cure their what problem. So now, in that case, so these precautions I have mentioned them, that you should practice what? Aseptic what? Techniques. Practice aseptic what? Techniques. Aseptic. Even though it may not be like that you will use a sterile preparation, but at least to some extent. Of course, you should maintain high cleanliness what? Standard. Maintain high what? Cleanliness what? Standards. An important thing you need to do is that you should use freshly boiled and cooled purified water. Freshly boiled and cooled what? Purified water. Not just any water you see. You open your tap, any water you see. No. Freshly what? Boiled and what? Cooled purified water. They've taken their lives. So everything you are doing, you start from the person, basically, anything we are going to say now boils down to the fact that the person preparing, from the person preparing it, to the ingredient you use, to the environment you are working, and to the what? Instrument. Please see how to understand these things. Anything we are doing about this precaution, start from you that is working. You should be what? Clean, right? Everything concerning you should be clean. The environment where you are working should be what? Clean. The equipment you are using should be what? Clean. The ingredient should be what? 4 arms, right? Once you hold this 4 tight, you are good to go. So everything I'm going to say now will boil down to this 4. So use freshly boiled and cooled what? Purified water. Then ensure that the equipment and containers you are going to use, both the equipment and the container you package it, ensure that they are washed, rinsed, and dried before use. Ensure that the equipment and containers are what? Washed, rinsed, and dried before what? Using them. Are we together? Are we together? Then come to your workspace. Your workspace should be spotlessly clean. So the surfaces where you're working should be what? Spotlessly what? Clean. Spot, no spot. Spotlessly what? Should be spotlessly what? Clean. And free from foreign particles. It should be what? Spotlessly what? Clean and free from what? Foreign what? particles. You know that whatever that is there is not what you are preparing, is an impurity. True or false? Yes. If I'm preparing something now, you come there and stay, you are an impurity. Because you're not among the what ingredients I'm using. True or false? So don't constitute an impurity for others in the lab. Is that clear? Yes. Good. So anything that is not, even if that thing is the best thing in the whole world, so far that thing is not part of your preparing, is an what? Impurity. Are you aware that if you are cooking rice and you see a goose inside it, it's an impurity? True or false? Because it's not a goosey soup you are what? Preparing. Even though some people will still eat it like that. So that's what we mean by what? Impurity. So it should be what? Spotlessly clean and free from foreign what? Particles. Please, very important is that, another important point is that you should do what? Minimize exposure of the open vessels. So all the vessels you are using should be what? Properly what? Covered. Don't expose them. Is that clear? So minimize exposure. Maybe you open a vessel, maybe to put something or to take something, you leave it open and do nothing. Once you open, cover it again. True of us. If you miss, cover. Maybe you want to go and maybe you want to go and collect something. You open a vessel, or even what you are using to mix the thing. Don't leave it open. Close it back. Once you are done with what you are doing, come back, open and continue your work. Is that clear? It can also be what you are using to where you get your stock, the stock where you get your ingredients. Don't leave it open. Close it back, because contaminants may do what? Enter. Of course, you know that most labs you rarely see. Anyways, the lab may not be well conditioned. You don't know how well conditioned the air in the lab is. So that's why you should cover. Don't leave it open, because you may end up packing what you don't even know. You be ask yourself, how did all this enter? It is the air around that place. Is that clear? So it's very important we understand this. So another spot where contaminant can enter is when you are filling the container. When you are doing what? You know what I mean by filling the containers? You are done preparing. You maintain a wonderful hygiene. Everything is clean, sparkling clean. You wonderful. You did a good job. Please, that final step, very important. You may mess up. In fact, that one is even the worst. All the thing you have done. Please silence your phones, please. So, doing packaging, be careful. As you are filling your container, be careful too, because microbes or what have you, impurities can still enter. So that's why at this point I'll tell you that you should fill your containers hygienically. Fill your containers hygienically using clean hands or gloves. Is that clear? Using clean hands or clean what? Gloves. Using clean hands. Have you seen why you should have gloves in the lab? I think it's one of the things you are told to always come to be in the lab. Even if you're not using it, but let it be in your subconscious mind that as you enter lab, you should have your what? Gloves. Very, 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 very what? Important. It's what you are doing now that you do tomorrow. Because what you do on the daily basis becomes part of you. Yes. Becomes your habit, right? Yes. And what you do, the habit you cultivate over a period of time becomes your attitude. And the attitude accumulate to become your what? Character, and form who you what? Are. So let's look at general. What I want to say now is just general. I want to give you generalized way of preparing what? Compounding what? creams, exactly, just the general, not specifically a particular cream now, exactly. When you enter lab now, you now face each of the creams, okay? But let's just look at general steps you take while compounding, or procedure while compounding what? Creams. So the first step, the first thing you need to do is that you be sure that you are what? You clean and disinfect all the equipments. Clean and disinfect all the what? Equipments. Clean and disinfect all the what? Equipment. Using industrial methylated spirits. So that's what is called industrial methylated spirit, IMS. Industrial methylated spirits. Industrial methylated spirits. So this is important because this one can easily, it easily evaporates. It evaporates very fast. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Without any residue. It evaporates very fast without any what? Residue. So the next thing I want you to note is that the first thing is, have you heard of overage? Have you heard of the term overage? During preparation. Have you heard of the term overage during preparation?
No, sir.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
I don't believe you. You are being humble. You don't want to tell me. You don't want me to start thinking that you are too intelligent. You are just being humble. You know it. You know it, sure. Overage. All right. Okay. Now let me bring it down to what you do in your house. Let's assume now. Let's assume that I ask you to prepare for me 50 ml. 50 ml, or let's assume ask to prepare for me. I want to give you something that you will. Let me see whether you ingredient A, B, C. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Maybe in the weight of ingredient A, let's say 2 grams, B 3 grams, C 1 gram, right? Then total everything we give what? 6 grams. Maybe the name of the product I want to prepare is X, right? I want you to prepare X for me. The product X, the weight it should be is 6 grams. Then I now listen for you the amount of each of these ingredients to use to prepare this 6 grams. If you want to prepare this X, will you go and weigh exactly 2 grams, 3 grams, 1 gram? Why? Why? If you just weigh exactly 1 gram, 2 grams and mix them together after preparation. Remember, you prepare it in a container, right? Before you now transfer it and package it for me. And the one you package for me must be 6 grams. Do you think if you weigh exactly 2 grams, 3 grams, 1 gram and mix it properly and get the one you want to package for me, do you think it will still be 6 grams?
No.
Why? There'll be what? There'll be what? There'll be what?
Because you are mixing. Because you'll be grinding it.
Talk to me now. Will it be the one if you measure, if you weigh exactly 2 grams, 3 grams, 1 gram and prepare the product X down and get the product, the one you will put in the container and give me, do you think it will be 6 grams? Why? Why? You say it to do what? So why will it reduce? Huh? Say what? Why? I agree with you. It reduce. So why will it reduce? Good. God bless you. Now look up. Look up. Look up. Look up. Look up. Look up. If you weigh this powder, if you, let us it's powder now. If you weigh exactly 2 grams, even as you weigh it, about to put it in the container, air around will take some.
Yes.
The breeze around will take some. We call it transference loss. Transference loss. As you transfer it to the container, some will get lost. That one day. Then you now put it in the mortar and you titrate. When you are done, some will just go to the adhere to the walls of the water. No matter what you do, you can never recover all of them. At the end, if you weigh exactly 1, 2, 4, 3, 1 gram, at the end, believe you me, what you'll be able to recover as a product may be around 4 grams or 4 point something gram or milligram, as the case may be. Am I complicating? So because of this loss now, we have the overage. We have what? Overage. So overage is that you will not weigh exactly 2 grams. You weigh more than 2 grams. But you do it proportionally with respect to the total weight. Let's assume now, you may decide to add, you don't just go and start adding 2 grams. It will mess up your formula, right? You may say, okay, let me add, if you do, let's assume you have something like 2 grams in mind now, 2 grams in mind, for example now. You say, okay, this over the total weight, right? Times what? 2 grams. Is that clear? You find a proportion of it in this 6 grams. Is that clear? At the end, you may get 1.3 grams, right? Right? I think so. This times this, 0 point something gram, right? You now add 0 point something gram of what? A. Do the same thing with B. 3 over 6 times 2 grams. You get for B. 1 over 6 times 2 grams. You get for C. You add it. Maybe at the end you have, let's assume you have 6 points. Maybe, let's assume you have 7. Okay? Let's assume 8, 9. Is that clear? Now, you have it proportionally now. Because they cannot be the same proportion because of the different proportion of this in this compound. True of us in this product. Now, when you are done, maybe the total weight you of the product may give you around 24 grams, right? For example, now, if I'm not mistaken. By the time you take this in from the mortar, from the mortar to transfer, what you can actually recover inside that mortar may be around, let's say, 15 grams. Is that clear? Yes. So from the 15 grams now, you weigh what? 6 grams and package. Is that clear? Now, that thing you did by adding extra, proportionally, is your what? Overage. Is your what? Overage. You do it in your pharmaceutical preparation. Almost in all your, not almost, in every pharmaceutical preparation you do, you must have your overage. If not, you are doing nonsense. If not, you can never get the quantity you wanted to prepare. Am I communicating? So you must add your overage because of some losses. Am I communicating? What even led me to this? I was saying something that I mentioned something, right? That made me to start explaining this. Huh? Okay, good. Okay. I was talking about the second point on the general compounding works procedures, right? So, prepare excess quantity. Because complete transfer into the container is rarely possible. Is that clear now? You prepare excess quantity, which is the what? Add what? Overage. So prepare excess what? Quantity. Because complete transfer into the container is rarely possible. Is rarely possible. You can never transfer total everything. You cannot get exact weight again. It must be less than. So because of that now, you add it, but you do it what? Proportionally, not just anyhow. But if you do it anyhow, if you just add fixed amount, you have messed up the what? Formula. Yes. So it must be in proportion to what is there with respect to total weight of the total. Just this calculation I did. Is that clear? If your mission is to do, if you want to add overage of 10 gram, you must calculate it 10 gram. What is 10 gram with respect to this over this for each of them? Is that clear? That's why you cannot do it proportionally. So that at the end, if you take 6 gram, that 6 gram you take will contain the exact amount of each of these ingredients proportionally. Then the next thing is to, so if you remember cleanliness, then add your overage and you are all the thing you are weighing. Hope you know that you do this calculation. Listen carefully. Hope you know that you do this calculation before weighing out each of these things. That means if you are weighing ingredient A, you are not weighing 2 grams now. You are weighing what? 7 grams. That's the meaning. So that means you do the calculation first before you start weighing. So what you are weighing is 7 grams, not 2 grams. What you are weighing here is. But when you mix everything and get the final product, you weigh 6 grams from it and do what? Package. Is that clear? So that's what this second point is trying to let you know. Then the next point is that determine which ingredients are water soluble. Determine which ingredients are water soluble and the one that are oil soluble. You know, if you see the formula, you see formula for their preparation. You see the different ingredients. Each of these ingredients, they are basically, some of them are water soluble. So some of them are what? Oil. So look at the formula. You determine the one that are what? Water soluble and the one that are what? Oil soluble. Very important. Then the next step is to dissolve the water soluble ingredient in the aqueous phase. So you dissolve the water soluble ingredient in the water, right? In aqueous water. Dissolve the water soluble ingredient in the aqueous phase. Dissolve the water soluble ingredient in the aqueous phase. So the next step, so when you do that, the next step is that you know that though most of these things waxes comes as solid, some of them come as solid, you melt them. Good. You have to melt. So the next step is to what? You melt the fatty components. Melt the fatty components over a water bath. Who have seen water baths? That we've seen water bath in the lab, share? Good. Melt the fatty components over a water bath at the lowest possible temperature, maybe around 60 degrees Celsius. Melt. Do you know why we use water bath in the lab? Who can tell me? Who can tell me why we use water bath in the lab? Who can tell me why we use water bath in? Why not just heat it and melt it in your Bunsen burner or whatever, or hot plate? So why do we use water bath? This should be a first year topic. Lab equipment. So you should know that. So why do we use water bath? Anybody that can answer it anybody that can answer it will be my friend, anybody that can answer it will be my friend. Oh yeah. You tried, but there's something I'm looking for. So something is missing there. Nobody.
You use for net.
For what? Melt software. I agree, but that's not the answer. You can use a hot plate to melt, right? And so you can use a lot of things to melt, but why water bath? Huh? You use water bath for melting, for boiling, whatever you are doing, but at a constant temperature. To achieve that at a constant temperature, that means you can regulate the temperature. The temperature can be fixed, so that you can achieve what you want to do at a constant temperature. So that's why you'll be able to melt it at 60 degrees Celsius. Is that clear? It's only through water bath you can achieve that, not your whatever. Even though oven can do that a bit. Oven, I think so. Some oven can regulate temperature, right? You can do that, but water bath you can't be going and start owning oven because of that small petri dish you are working with. Is that clear? This one makes it easier for you. So the point I'm making is that you will melt the fatty component over a water bath at the lowest possible temperature of around 60 degrees Celsius. So when you are done with that, the next step to do. So when you are done with melting the fatty components, what are you doing? Look at this one. You are watching pictures. Auntie, hey, what is all this now? Stop it now. Will you stop it? Please stop it. Put it in your bag, please. Please don't distract yourself, please. Alright, so I said, so after melting the fatty component, so the next thing to do now is to do what? Add oil soluble ingredient to the molten base. That one you have melted, right? It's molten. Hope you know. Remember what I said? I said about molten, right? The molten form, you melted form, right? Now you now add the oil soluble ones in that melted base, or the molten base. Is that clear? Good. I said that you should do what? Add oil soluble ingredients. Add oil soluble ingredients to the molten base. So when you are done, you adjust both the ones you added in the aqueous phase that contains water soluble one, right? And the oily phase that contains what? Oil soluble in the base. Two of them should maintain a temperature of 60 degrees Celsius. Is that clear? Maintain the two of them at the same temperature. Maintain that these two things that you did at the same temperature of 60 degrees Celsius, or approximately 60 degrees Celsius. So if you achieve that, the next thing now is that the next step you take will determine the type of cream you want to prepare. Remember, you have prepared your water soluble, your aqueous phase, and your what? And your what? Oil phase. Now the next step now is determined by the type of cream you want to prepare. If what you want to prepare is oil in water cream, you will now oil in water, right? The oil phase now will now become the dispersed phase, while the aqueous phase is continuous. What means that you will disperse the oil phase inside the what? The water phase, inside the aqueous phase. Then if what you want to prepare is water and oil, you do what? You disperse the what? Water aqueous phase inside the what? Oil phase, depending on what you want to prepare. But basically, hope you know that the quantity, the quantity of, if what you want to prepare is oil and water, that means the quantity of the aqueous phase should be far above the quantity of the what? Oil phase. If not, phase inversion will take place. You end up preparing water and oil, thinking that you are preparing oil in what? Water. Is that clear? So the continuous phase must always be far more than the what? Dispersed what? Phase. So the quantity you have in the formula set will tell you. Is that clear? So the next step is to combine the dispersed phase to the continuous. Add the dispersed phase. Add the dispersed phase to the continuous phase. In brackets, for add the dispersed phase to what? To the continuous phase. You put in brackets, oil to water. Oil to water for oil in water cream. Is that clear? Add the dispersed phase to the continuous phase. In bracket, you now write oil to water for oil in water cream. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
And or water to oil for water in oil what? Cream. Is that clear? So that's the point I'm trying to make. So if you achieve that, the next step is to stir gently. Please, you stir what? Gently. Stir gently. So that there will be no air entrapment. You stir gently so there will be no air entrapment. Air entrapment. You stir what? Gently. So that there will be no what? Air entrapment. So as you stir gently, you keep stirring gently until the cream sets. Until the cream sets smoothly. Until the cream sets smoothly. So you do it gently. Please, after this, try to see if you can, before you enter our lab. If I see a link, I'll drop. But try on your own. Go to YouTube. Look for. There's a lot of links on cream preparation. Is that clear? Watch some pharmacists preparing cream in the lab extemporaneously. Watch it. You can look for it. Look for extemporaneous preparation of creams. Watch such videos on YouTube before you enter lab. In fact, watch it today, then you appreciate what you are doing here. And also before you enter lab, so that once we enter lab, we don't all have to just do one or two explanations, and I'll leave it to your work. Is that clear? Are we together? Good. So of course now you cool the what? Please, while cooling, avoid rapid cooling. Avoid rapid cooling. So cooling should be what? Gradually. Avoid what? Rapid cooling. Because if you cool rapidly, it will produce a coarse or unstable product. If you cool rapidly, it will produce coarse or unstable product. So avoid rapid cooling. Take it gently. Avoid rapid cooling. Are we together? Are we together? Yes, we are. I'm sure we are. You always look as if we are not together. I'm talking to you. Each time I look through your eyes, you look as if you are distracted. Are you distracted? Are you sure? Okay. So this one now, how do we incorporate additional? Because sometimes you need to incorporate other ingredients, right? So how do we now incorporate additional ingredients in the cream basis? How do we do that? So let's look at how we can incorporate solids. Remember that this thing now is just the base. Remember, what you prepare now is base. Remember, it's the base that will prepare. Remember, I said that if you are preparing oil in water cream, you have to prepare oil in water base, right? If you are preparing water, so what you prepare now is the base. But you're talking about how do you now incorporate other ingredients. Is that clear? So if what you are incorporating is solid, so let's look at how you can incorporate other solid ingredients. Incorporate additional ingredients into the cream basis. Additional ingredients into the cream basis. Come here. Well, I thought I said. You went back there again?
Yeah,
come. In fact, come and sit here. Come and sit here. Oh. Come out. Come and stay here. If I catch you again, you come and sit here. No, sit here.
I'm lost.
No, don't worry. You will not be lost again. Sit here first. You may end up disappearing if you sit there. Sit here. Okay, so are we together?
Yes, sir.
So let's look at how to incorporate solids. So basically solids are if you are preparing from the scratch. If you are preparing from the scratch, of course we prepare from the scratch right here. So you add the solids. The solids are added as the cream is cooling. Is that clear? As the cream is added, as I said it. What is it again? I said that the solids are added while the cream is what? Cooling. Why is cooling? The base is cooling. You add the what? The solid. Generally. So let's go into specifics. Okay? Let's go into what? Specifics. So let's look at soluble. I said that in general, the solids are added while the cream is cooling. So let's go deep into the different solids now. We want to break it down into the different what? Solids. So let's look at soluble solids. Soluble solids. So soluble solids are mixed into the molten cream at low temperature. So soluble solids are mixed into the molten cream at what? Low temperature.
I'm not doing anything.
Chai. You are chatting.
No, I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not doing anything.
Must you swear to God?
Into the multi cream house.
I said, you are here again. You are controlling somebody here. The same you. Hi. I don't understand though. I said that soluble solids are mixed into the molten creams at low temperature. At what? Low temperature. Of course, you know what the molten creams is, right? The method one, right? At low temperature. Now, let's look at insoluble solid. What of the insoluble solid? So how do we incorporate the insoluble solid? So for insoluble solid now, you have to make use of the ointment tile. Now, is that clear? So insoluble solid, you incorporate it using what? Ointment tile and what? Spatula. So that means you have to mix it in the what? Tile, right? Tile and not on the molten. If you put it on the molten, it will be looking at you because it's not what? Soluble. Yes. You make use of what? Ointment. So that means you apply titration now for insoluble solid. But for liquid one, once you put if the solid is soluble in the entire system, once you put it in the molten cream, it will just follow suit and form one system. But if you put insoluble solid there, it will just looking at you. Nothing will happen. So you must use what? Make it of ointment tile and what? Spatula to triturate it before it will make sense. Is that clear? Are we together? Then what of coarse So powders, you know, some powders are coarse. So if what you want to incorporate is a coarse powder, what are you going to do? For coarse powder, you first of all levitate it. You levitate it, right? First. So you will levitate with small amount of cream, of the cream. Very important. So you must first of all do what? Levitate it before any other thing. Is that clear? So through what? Levigation. First one through just addition and dissolution. Second one through what? Titration. This one through what? Levigation. So you must levigate it first before what you are doing will do what? Makes sense. So for fine powders, that one for fine powder, just wait at the end of the whole thing. Once you are done with the final this thing, just titrate it directly with the what? Cream, finished cream. So for fine powders, when you are done with the entire cream, you do what? You just titrate it directly with the with the finished what? Cream. Using doubling up what? Method. Using what? Doubling up. So when you are done, you have cooled everything, you are done, you do what? Titrate it directly with the finished cream. Using doubling up method. Using what? Doubling up method or technique. Are we together? Are we together? Now let's look at how do we now incorporate liquids? How do we incorporate liquids? How do we incorporate liquids? So if the additional ingredient you want to add is liquid, how do we go about it? So let's start with non-volatile and miscible liquids. So if the liquid you have is non-volatile and miscible, so all you need to do is just you need your phone. We are not even saying up to 2 hours. You're tired. You are sighing. By my time, this class should be 10 to 12, right? Yes. It's not even up to 12. Why are you shouting? Should I go? Yeah. You are chasing me away. For the first time you are seeing me in your life, you are chasing me away. For the first time. Alright, so don't worry. You know what? Let's finish up this this liquid incorporation, then we'll go. Okay? I still have 4 minutes to go. So I said, so if you have the non-volatile and miscible liquids, you do what? You mix them directly with the what? The molten base. Mix with the molten base. Is that clear? Non-volatile and what? Miscible liquids with the molten base. Then for volatile and immiscible liquids, you make use of what? Ointment what? Tie. Okay? Ointment what? Tie. Remember, be careful to avoid what? Splashing. Is that clear? Be careful to avoid what? Splashing. Any question? Volatile and the immiscible liquids. Make use of what? Volatile or immiscible liquids. Make use of what? Ointment tie. Is that clear? You remember we mentioned ointment tie before. Just the same step, but be careful about what? Splashing. All right. Thank you very much. Hey, sit down. Do you have any questions? See the way she didn't allow me to finish. She just stood up. Any question? Any question? No question. All right. We are done with the lecture. Let me just say 1 or 2 things before we go. For the course material, I was told how you do your thing here. Is that clear? How you assess your course material. So I'll follow suit. I have my own pattern, but if you go to Romans, you do what? If you go to Rome, you do what? you'll be able like what? Romans. So I'm following the same method they do here. I will not come and start doing my own. Is that clear? So whenever it's ready, you do what? You pick it where shade. But how do you do it? Please, if I'm not mistaken, how do you do it? Please talk to me. How do you do it? Let me know what I was told the same thing with what you do here.
We do it yourself now. Tell us the price, how we're going to pay.
Okay. Yours is to just. How many pages? How many pages? All right. I recorded this for those that I told you to record, but some of you did not record. I recorded it. If I'm done with it, I'll send the link in the group. If you have data, you can do what? Listen to it. Yeah, but I keep advising you always to record it for those that don't have data. So someone like it that don't have data, so you can. But if you don't record, don't worry. If you came late, don't worry. I'll post it. I'll post the link. You can go to my YouTube channel and watch it. Is that clear? Huh? Yes. Now. Yes. It's either if you come to class and listen, wonderful. If you record it, what? Wonderful. If you don't record it, you go to my YouTube and will do what? Listen to it. All right. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. God bless you.